Good afternoon. It's Heather Doyle Fraser, and I'm here today to do our afternoon pick me up. I've had some technical difficulties today, so this is the second video that I'm doing. I hope that this one does better. I opened my book today, 40 Weeks, A Daily Journey of Inspiration and Abundance, and came upon week 2, day 4, and week 2, day 5. This is in a time of opening. I know that we've talked about my book many times before and how it is comprised of 4 sections: a time of opening, a time of allowing, a time of releasing, and a time of embracing. And each section is 10 weeks. These are kind of the cycles of change, the cycles during change that I see. But also, something that I haven't really talked about is there's about 35 quotes in the book, just quotes that I love that I wanted to include. So we're on one of those today. We haven't run into one of those yet. So I just wanted to kind of give you a heads up on that. So the first reading is from my brain, not a quote from somebody else. Week 2, day 4. Nature is my magic, constantly sending me messages, reviving my soul, calming my frenzied mind. Everything becomes clear as I walk unfettered in the sun or in the gray shadow of twilight. It makes no difference to my willing heart. And then the second reading is a quote from Carolyn Myss. The love that flows through your heart purifies not only your own spirit, but the love you share with others. I really like those two for today. And the first one about nature is my magic, totally true for me. Obviously, I wrote that. But today we have kind of a gray day here in Ohio. It's been raining, and you can see I'm sort of all bundled up. I've been taking a lot of walks lately, like many people, and I'm walking my dog, and this morning I was thinking, it's kind of cold, kind of gray, kind of drizzly, and I said, you know what? Doesn't matter. I'm going out there anyway. It wasn't really raining hard. It was just a light sprinkle, and I was so glad that I did, because I felt so invigorated when I got back and during, and I really felt like I was able to just refocus, center, ground myself, and then felt, good to start into the day. And even though it wasn't ideal weather, it still was just so what I needed. And at first I didn't want to go. And then, so I think that part about having a willing heart, I really was willing to give it a shot, even though it was crappy and outside. And I'm not always willing, but today I was. And I'm really glad that I just tapped into that. So I hope that sometimes, even if you're not totally feeling it, maybe just give it a small try, just like dip your toe in and see what happens. The second part of that, the love that flows through your heart purifies not only your own spirit, but the love you share with others. I love that because I feel like the more love that we send out, we feel better, and we just naturally receive it back. I dropped off some things to some people today, left them on their porch, some flowers to somebody that I just clipped from my own yard, and a book for someone else. And so that felt really good to do that, and I didn't even see them, but just to leave them on their front porch and to know that they had a little special something that, was from me, and that I was thinking about them. I made them each a little card. So then the second thing I wanted to do is, and this is sort of tapping into that message that we just had, is a practice from the the book that my husband and I wrote. You can't really see it with this light here, can you? Oh, there it is. Freedom. And all of the practices in this book are using self-compassion and mindfulness to help you get through times that are kind of not so great, anxiety-provoking, stress-provoking, maybe just chaotic. So these are all helpful practices, and this one is in chapter 8, which is What Else Can I Do? And it's called Sitting Down in the Eye of the Storm. It's practice number 25. Sitting down in the eye of the storm. In our life, storms seem to pop up out of nowhere. Unwanted situations happen, and along with these situations come the storms of challenging thoughts and emotions. It's easy to feel as if you're being swept away by them. When we get swept away in the storm, we have a hard time seeing our way forward and moving in our valued direction. However, in every storm, there is a still calm place in the center, which people call the eye of the storm. Finding this still calm place can be a practice. A great way to practice finding and resting in this calm eye of the storm is the exercise of slowing down with our soothing rhythm breathing and then bringing our attention to what physical sensations are showing up in the body. So we've been talking a lot about our soothing rhythm breathing, and that's just breathing deeply, mindfully, at a pace that feels good for your body. So inhaling, maybe counting to 3 or 4 or 5, exhaling. And when you're inhaling, you're taking that deep belly breath all the way down. And then you're exhaling like you're blowing out a candle or through a straw. And finding that pace that feels good to you is really key. So just start this practice, and you might need to experiment a little bit with how long feels good to you. But you'll know in your body what feels good at this moment. So you can start to find the still place by mindfully coming back to the present moment and your physical senses. So let's just try that right now. Let's start with that soothing rhythm breathing. Inhaling, exhaling, mind slowing down, body slowing down, and just hearing that gentle whisper in your voice, slowing down, slowing down, slowing down. When our body slows down and our mind slows down and we get that nice deep breath, we're able to think more clearly, we're able to see things more clearly, and it relaxes our body and lets us know that everything is okay in this moment. And you can even bring a gentle smile to your face. Again, that signals to the body, I'm okay. I am okay. So as you're doing this breathing, I want you to start to notice with your ears what sounds are available to you at this moment. For me right now, I'm hearing some birds chirping outside. Can hear some raindrops. I just heard my furnace kick off. And I'm hearing more and more of the little raindrops, the quieter I get. And then, after you've spent a little time listening, I want you to move to your eyes and notice 3 objects around you that are all their details: color, shape, interesting marks, ridges, etc. So in front of me right now, I have this book that I'm holding, and the pages are a little bent here and there, and the outside, the cover of the book is a little bent in the corners. I have a very beautiful mug of tea sitting in front of me that is turquoise. And I also have a lamp in front of me that has these geometric kind of shapes on them. Now, notice with your body 3 things that you can feel. For instance, your feet pressing against the floor, your hand touching a book, your back pressing against your chair. So right now I have my elbow on this really soft, cushy pillow. That feels good. And my feet are tucked under me and I'm under a blanket, so that feels nice and cozy. This simple task, accompanied by our soothing rhythm breathing, will bring you into the still place and out of the storm of difficult thoughts and emotions, so you can get your bearings and start again in your valued direction. And I think that, that's a practice you can do whether you're sitting here in your room or, if you're on a walk, you can do that practice. Noticing what is around you, the sounds you're hearing. You can do this practice anywhere to bring you back to that calm that you may not be feeling right now. But that breath, coming back to the breath and coming back to what you can notice right now in this moment, is a way to reground, resettle, and then move forward again. I hope this practice was helpful today and that this reading gave you a little pick-me-up. And I will be back again after the weekend. I hope you have a good one.